Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for episode number 3 of the top 5 champions in each class series. We covered the mutant class already and the tech class, and now it is time to talk about the science class. Now, the science class is an interesting one, man, and I feel like it's just gotten so much better lately, like an absurd amount. So we got a lot to talk about here, a lot of really, really powerful champions, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to only get 5 in here, man, because there are a lot more than 5 really good science champions. But yeah, let's get started and kick things off with who I put in the number 5 spot, who might be a bit controversial, but that is Spider-Man 2099. That's right, guys. I think Spider-Man 2099 is currently the 5th best science champion in the game, and you might be thinking, like, Legacy. Dude, you're crazy. Like, Spidey, he's one of the best science champs in the game. I agree. He is. He's one of the top 5. He could be ranked higher, but I think for a couple of reasons, his rank has gone down, like, very recently. Like, if you asked me this a month ago, he would be a lot higher on the list. Much higher. But things have changed. Now that Quicksilver has come out, another powerful science champion with Wither, Spidey 99's value just goes down, I'd say, just because it's all about supply and demand. You know, it's simple economics. If there's a low supply of Wither and a high demand for it, then everyone's going to be talking about Spidey 99, everyone's going to be ranking him up, right? But now that he's not the only supply anymore, dude, he doesn't have a monopoly on it, you know? So, like, I don't know. I just feel like his use is only going to go down. He does have a really powerful synergy with Anti-Venom, which is great. But, you know, like Quicksilver, he doesn't need any synergies for it. And another thing that I think Spidey's use is just on the decline going forward. Maybe not so much right now, but I think within like the next few months, it's only going to go down, 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 down. And you know, when you think about Spidey 2099 in Alliance War, like, the dude is just so powerful for the boss node because he has a really crazy ability, and it's so niche, but when it can work, it's insane. So you see the third bullet point in the always active gains 75% damage resistance if the opponent is under the effect of True Strike, or if the hit deals true damage. So if you can bring Spidey against those matchups, he's going to be like the best, one of the absolute best options. Because you just mitigate all damage by 75%. That's insane. And that's on the boss node in Alliance War. But Kabam has announced that they're going to be changing the boss node. And it's so that his use goes down. That's one of the reasons. I'm sure they just don't want to be restricted and want to change things up too. But they could have left that node. But they're going to change it, dude. For sure. Because they don't want Spidey just running through every single boss. So, like I said, I just think his use is just on the decline. Like I said, ask me a month ago, he would have been a lot higher, but now, with the future of the game in mind and everything, Spidey's coming in at the number 5 spot. I still really like this guy. But yeah, there's just some really, really powerful science champions that we still have to talk about. So, coming in at the number 4 spot, we have my second science rank 4 champion, and that is Immortal Abomination. So I think Immortal Abomination, I think, is one of the coolest champions in the game for a couple of different reasons. The first reason is that Brian Grant helped to create this beautiful monster. So that alone, like, Brian Grant, one of the best guys in the entire community, very intelligent. So, like, knowing he was working on it, going to be, like, helping with champion, like, I knew the champion was probably going to come out and be pretty good. And like, it feels like a Brian Grant type of champion. You know, that's what I love about IBomb. It just reminds me of Brian, dude. I love that. And the poisons that he can get, the acid burns, they can apply even against poison immune champions. It's pretty cool. Kind of like Torch's Nova Flame in a manner. They can apply it to pretty much like everyone, which is pretty awesome. IBomb has such insane damage mitigation. Every time he hits a block, you get weakness. It's crazy, dude. He's got the Petrify. He was literally made to counter Dr. Doom, the Mystic Dr. Doom, not the tech one. I don't know how he's going to do against that one, but he's just such a good counter to Dr. Doom. And he's just such an all-around, really tanky, really amazing character, man. I really love Immortal Abomination. I think he is just top class. I literally, when the 6-star feature crystal that came out that he was in, like as soon as it came out, I had enough shards for just one crystal, and he was pretty much like all I wanted. And I pulled him. One and done. 1 out of 24 chances of that happening. And I did it. And then I awakened him and I took him straight to Sig 200, man. So, yeah, really big fan of IBomb. I've been a fan of him for a while. Really happy having him as a rank 4. And I cannot wait for Battlegrounds to return, because that was a big reason why I ranked him. He's just such a monster on attack and defense. He's so good all around. Really cannot rate IBomb enough, man. Really, really phenomenal champion. Okay. Coming in at the number 3 spot, man. This one is going to be surprising, guys. Very surprising, and that is my boy, Human Torch. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. So, Human Torch, man, I guess we're not counting Quake on this list. We're only talking about champions that are available as 6 stars, and Quake isn't, so we're not talking about her. But for the longest time, man, I've regarded Human Torch as the best science champion. I think he has been for a while, and it's pretty evident that he's the first champion to be blacklisted. I think that's, and think about this: who is Human Torch blacklisted with? Hercules, arguably the best champion in the game, arguably. So him and Torch are the 2 champs that are permanently blacklisted for this season of Alliance War. The first 2. I think that speaks volumes to how powerful these 2 characters are, that they were banned the most. I think that just speaks volumes to how powerful they are. That in and of itself, that Torch is on the same caliber as Hercules. So, like, some people say, like, oh man, yeah, Torch can counter Mystics, but he's not the best science. Like, BS. No. He's been the best science for a while, and I think it's pretty evident. But I don't think he is anymore. Just because there's been newer science champions that have come out, which is fair. As the game progresses, champions that are at the top of the class typically don't stay there forever. The torch needs to be passed on, and Human Torch is passing on. So he'll still always have a very special place in my heart, though. I still think Torch, one of the absolute best science champs, still the best Mystic counter in the science class. His Nova Flames, no one in the game is immune to them, which is really awesome. That's always been my favorite thing about Torch. Yeah, it's funny. This guy got buffed at one point, which I still find just so hilarious. When he got buffed, I was really hoping they would change something with his signature ability so that he could have a chance to get his pre-fight back more. That would be so insane. But like if there's a way, like, in the fight to, like, get it back for the next fight, like you have to, like, complete a mission or something, like just do something in a fight to earn it back. I would have loved that, but that would have been really powerful. So maybe they did the right choice by leaving Torch as he is, because still just one of the coolest champs. Like, he's so cool, man. But he's literally the obstacle. He's on fire. Like, the definition of drip. Like, just look at him. Just looks like such a boss. I love it. I remember one night I was just staring at him. I was just like, dude, I need to rank for him. Like, that's how it came about, man. I was just staring at him like, dude, Human Torch is a special champ. And I just decided to rank for him. Second rank 4. And I did. No regrets at all on that. And again, he's such a monster in Battlegrounds 2. Hopefully he doesn't get banned too much. But yeah, so that's number 3. Okay. Number 2. Second best science champion in the game. My boy Scorpion. So Scorpion has really been impressing me, especially as of late. I did take him to rank 4 on the CCP beta. I made a video playing around with him. I had a blast, literally. That special 2, when you just blast them with the tail, the acid, the big damage, like, it's nice. It's really nice. It's really fun to play. The only thing I don't like about Scorpion is the little bit of his risky play style with, you know, charging into specials, heavy charging into specials. I don't know. Maybe I just need to practice it a bit more. It's weird. Like a champion like Mordo, for example. You know, I like charging his heavy and then countering with special when they dash at me. But like Mordo's special one is like a projectile. Like he's shooting an energy blast. So like I find that much easier to connect than like a physical attack with the tail. I don't know. But maybe I probably just need to practice it a little bit more. Maybe if there's a synergy in the future that gives this guy a block of specials, it'd be great for a noob like me. But yeah, I played Scorpion rank 4. Karate Mike just took Scorpion rank 4, did a big showcase. Saw that, was very impressed. I think a lot of the really crazy stuff that I see with Scorpion is with a full synergy team, which is impressive still. But that's why I don't have Scorpion at the #1 spot, because I think on their own, the champion that I have ahead of him is just better, and like it doesn't need a synergy team to do the same stuff that Scorpion does need a synergy team to get that kind of damage off, you know? But Scorpion, I think just as soon as this guy was announced, I remember looking at his abilities, just he's a pioneer in the contest of having selectable immunities. You know, Claire kind of has this as well, but there's a big difference. Because, you know, Claire, for example, you know, she can be Incinerate immune. But you take her against a Human Torch, and you need to do 2 combos first to then get that Incinerate immunity. By the time you've done 2 combos, you've probably lost half your health, if not all of it, fighting a Human Torch. You know? Like, I remember trying that with Claire. I'm like, this sucks. But Scorpion, he completely doesn't have that type of problem, because you can just straight up, before you even get in the fight, choose what you want to be immune to. Which, like, I knew he was going to be a top tier champ, like, as soon as I knew about that. Like, that's so powerful, and that's so good in something like Battlegrounds, where he's just a Swiss Army knife of immunities for whatever you need. You know, for example, let's say your opponent places an Immortal Abomination. Like, oh, fudge, I need a poison immune. Well, I don't have one, but I got Scorpion. Like, perfect. Let's say they place a Sasquatch or a Tigra, you know, they apply Rupture. Why not just, I got Scorpion, I might as well apply some Rupture immunity. No other champion in the game is immune to Rupture, so sure, you know, why not? Shock, you're fighting Doctor Doom? Hey, let me just become Shock immune, so I don't gotta worry, you know? Like, it's just, it's so powerful. So powerful. Just select your immunity, like, and your damage. You know, like, that's what makes so many champions that are debuff reliant suck. Like, if their main damage source is bleeds or poisons, or bleed and poison, and then they fight someone who's immune to that, a lot of champs just get neutered. Some champs do have something else, like, oh, they'll apply a degen instead. That's great. But Scorpion, he just chooses his damage type. Oh, what damage type are you not immune to? Oh, that one? Okay, let's pick that one. Like, that's just, I love it. That's probably my favorite thing about Scorpion. But as you guys can see, he still eludes me. I don't have him. I really do want a Scorpion. These 6-star science champs, man. These new ones, I don't know. Really do like Scorpion. But, yeah, I think the other champion, that #1, you guys know who it is. And it's another champ I don't have, Quicksilver. So, I really do think that Quicksilver is the absolute best science champion in the game. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for the vast community to accept that and think that. I know some people already agree with me. I've seen some comments, and I'm just like, yeah, this guy knows what's up. Like, yeah. But honestly, man, I just think Quicksilver, he really has it all. You know, he has so much utility. He's got an evade safety net, a stun safety net, so it's kind of a pseudo type of stun immunity. He has just absolutely incredible utility with his withers countering, you know, power gain, which is incredible. Slow countering evade and unstoppable. All of his debuffs countering healing. And on top of all of that utility, just absolutely incredible, mind-boggling damage. Like a 6-star rank 4 is gonna get detonations over 1 million damage easily. 1,000,000 damage in like your average fight, like less than 3 minutes. You can just boom, get 1,000,000 damage. No big deal. It's just insane. And I think my favorite thing about Quicksilver, honestly, like one of the things I really look for in a champion, something that really makes a champion top tier in my eyes, something that can like set him aside from other champions, is their reliance on synergies. Because I honestly hate synergy reliance. It's so annoying. Like, and especially if it's with a champion that I don't like, or like a champion I don't think is very good, and like I don't want to like drag them on the team. I hate that. I really do. And that's what I love about Quicksilver. Like, the guy literally does not need any synergies. He doesn't need any. And that's so good. So powerful. Because, like, in areas like Battlegrounds, which is going to be my main focus, like, synergies aren't a thing. Like, you don't get the luxury of synergies everywhere in the game. So, like, these champions that I really like and want to take to the highest levels, I want them to just be really amazing on their own. And Quicksilver is. That doesn't mean he doesn't have some good synergies, which is great, but it's just nothing that, like, you need to worry about. The synergy I like the most with him is this one. And look who it's with. Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, like, it's some incredible mutants. And that's just going to increase your damage even more, which you don't need, because the damage is already insane. And then this one's also cool. So, like, if you're going somewhere and you need, and there's going to be a heavy degen, if you bring Wiccan, you can gain degeneration resistance for every 100 momentum charges, and you can get up to like over 900 of these, so you can probably become like 90+% immune to degen. And it's just degen. It doesn't specify whether it's debuffs or passives or anything. So that's pretty crazy, dude. That's one of the really nice utilities that Spider-Ham offers is you can get around that degeneration damage. So it's really cool that Quicksilver can do that as well, albeit with a synergy. But this is definitely like not something you need to have all the time, anyways. So I like that that's a synergy. Like, that's a prime example of a really useful synergy that you wouldn't need to bring all the time, but in certain situations it would be worth bringing. And it's with Wiccan, like a really good new Mystic champion that has access to neutralize. So like that's not a bad synergy partner, anyways. Plus, I really like Hulkling, who I already have at rank 4, so I need a Wiccan. But, yeah, so that's my top 5 list for the science class, guys. I know I probably missed some champions. We will do some honorable mentions right now. So if I had to pick, like, a 6, 7, 8 for this list, in no particular order, my 6, 7, 8 would be Reed, Overseer, and probably Mr. Negative. In no specific order. Those would be the 6, 7, 8 honorable mentions. I think those are definitely the 3 best next science champions, and they are really good. It's just the champions we listed are incredible, especially with Scorpion and Quicksilver. These new science champions that have these brand new kits that obviously so much love went into. Like, it's hard for the other science champions to compete. I mean, these guys are brand new, and they have so much. So, like, it's really hard to compete. But yeah, honestly, like the quality of champions we've been getting lately has been just incredible. And we have another new science champion coming, Titania. So I wonder how she'll be. I have no idea. I haven't read her abilities yet, so that waits to be seen. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Top 5 best science champions in the game 2022 summer in Legacy's opinion. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree, if you disagree, drop a comment down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Really interested to hear the feedback on this one. That's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.